Live! Oh, well, ain't it Detroit against everybody?
You know what it is. Detroit versus everybody. Savage AF versus y'all. Fucking feelings, facts matter. That's the show, man. I am Black Pedro.
Yo, this is Shang.
Welcome back, guys. Man, we a couple of days of hiatuses, but we're back. Hiati. But we are here for you back again. Now, typically, guys, we're live on YouTube and Facebook at the same damn time, Mondays through Fridays. Typically, Mondays and Fridays, we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Typically, Tuesday through Thursday, we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, listen, unbeknownst to Shang, too, I have requested a change in my work schedule to avoid weekend conflicts with weekend comedy gigs. So we might have to switch the show timing schedule up a bit.
Again, nigga.
But
we've been switching the show time around, nigga. All right. All right.
But,
you know what? Okay. All right.
But it should allow for more consistent.
You know what? Is that what we're doing? All right. Is that?
No, because listen, I was supposed to be back. Because Shang and I, we were in Chicago. We did Zanies on Sunday.
Shout out to Chicago. Thank y'all for being so supportive down there.
Yeah, no, and it was great. The legendary club, and you know,
right, one of the
great to
oldest clubs in the country.
Yeah, and so then you know, I couldn't get anybody to cover my shift at the restaurant on Sunday, so I just called them like, "Fuck it, I ain't gonna be there." And then Monday coming back, I got delayed in Phoenix and was late as hell for work. And they weren't tripping; we were slow as hell, and you know, they're cool, and I'm generally very respectful of the process, but yeah, I'm to avoid those conflicts in the future. I think I might just take the weekends off from there and work like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll figure out times, man. We'll figure it out, y'all. But thank y'all for being here now. I might work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the restaurant. So
oh boy, here we go.
We'll figure it out, guys.
We'll figure it out. But thank y'all for being down with us. But first off, let's start right here. First off, I want to make sure that right there. I want to let y'all know, make sure you check us out on both platforms. Now, you see the shit scrolling down there. The people that don't see the scrolling, then maybe you have like an aneurysm and you can't see shit. Kuchadamas. Oh, wow. Pedro's still fucking, yes. Pedro is still fucking hobo hoes.
No, but man, this hobo is still hitting me up, nigga. Just like randomly, like, hi.
Yeah.
Are you free? I'm like,
she thinks,
from your bullshit, yeah, man.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Let me tell this Amistad asshole.
She colonizing my motherfucker.
Yeah, life. That ain't gonna happen. All right,
but I have not responded.
Kuchadamas going in on my mom already. All right, I'm not gonna go in on your mom. Because I don't want her to be distracted from that boxing tournament she's at this weekend. Yeah. And she ain't gonna win. You see in her face now. So yeah, your mom's, she takes way too many overhand rights. That's why that one eye keeps looking at her shoes while the other eye look you in the eye. So I just want you to know that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, when she's sucking my dick, when she look up, it's pretty impressive.
I got elaborate real quick.
I got man, that went from 0 to 60.
Quick.
That shit just happened, and ain't nothing you can do about it. So pay the nurse on the way out, and make sure you dab your ass. Listen,
Pam Knox, it's not you. No, we did take quite a few days off and holidays and all of this stuff, but we are back at it. Listen, if you ever miss us live, you know, sometimes we miss us live. Yes. First of all, get your life together. Second of all, the YouTube page, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, youtube.com/C/SavageAFWorld.
And
all one word. You can and the episodes archive.
Make sure that if you do check us out, which you should do, and if you don't do that, what is life really about? If you go to the mountains in the Himalayas and you talk to the top monks, you know what's the first thing they tell you to do? subscribe to Savage AF. And you do it, and you do it like this. You press the motherfucking bell. And after you press the bell, say you're already on the page, right?
I'm already on the page.
You're on the page. You're doing, you're sitting there. You know what I'm saying? You're feeding your parakeet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got bunions. Resting your feet. Do this too. Give us the thumbs up. Right. Give us the thumbs up, and you'll feel better about your life. What's up, y'all? We had a little hiatus on the road doing shows.
I was high. He was Atis.
I'm Atis. I don't know if that sounds right though.
Whatever.
Hey, it doesn't
we
matter.
see y'all though. Breezy JJ's, Nicole H, Ev Gatlin, Sandy. Oh, Miss Adverb. Don't love them hoes. Bronda, I see you. RVA Gourmet. What up, girl? Coach. Who else out there?
Maya Baker.
Maya Baker doing it. Man, we appreciate y'all for coming in and coming through with us.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta tell Kuchadamas Mama, get back down in the basement. All right, we're good to go.
Yeah, they call it a gimp.
Yeah.
Here's what we do, y'all. Also, there are very, very important things going on in life. Shang Mama was a Nathan hot dog eating contest. Those things in there because they wet the bun. That's
like
wet bread on the
that's like shitting on the wall.
Oh, god damn.
God damn.
All right, man. But we are also available to be followed on the most important platform in the world, Instagram. Without it, comedians shrivel up and die. Our toes do this thing. We get the gnarly toe thing. Yeah.
And you know what else happens? If you're a man, your testicles actually fall off and roll down the street, and they cause car accidents. If you're
and then you get Me Too'd for having your balls out.
Balls out. Yeah, you can't do that apparently. And if you're a woman, your vagina falls on the ground, and people fall inside of it like a trap. But make sure you follow at Black Pedro, and make sure you follow at Comedian Shang. If you do this, guess what? Everything gonna be all right. All right, so let's get into it. Like, subscribe. You already know what it is. All right, buddy, let's do this. I want
darn it.
God damn it, gosh, gee, Willikers. I want the goddamn countdown on the countdown or the count up. Whatever the fuck it is.
Run it up, goddamn it. Run it up like this goddamn bill.
I peed on myself again. Fuck
like
it,
this inflation. Just run it up. All right, man. Savage AF, it is Wednesday, hump day, June 1st.
Hump day?
At the end of the month, we will be halfway through 2022. Oh, man, it is June 1st, y'all. Let's get it in. Rabbit, to those who know what that means, man. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter.
Also, big ups to Black Pedro. Very good set down in Chicago. First time he worked there, represented to the fullest. Want to put that out there in the atmosphere. So when you come see Pedro do a live show, you know the motherfucker's thorough. Yeah. And that's the way that goes.
That's the way that goes down, brother. All right, and same to you, brother. You killed it too, man. And I know you had a good run in Cleveland right before that too. So man, shout out to both Cleveland and Chi-Town. Midwest represent. We right here for you guys live. We're gonna end today's show with the SHANGRY. This is your daily run up because we are the kind of show that will run up on your ass. All right, we're gonna end with a SHANGRY. We at the bottom of a Cracker Barrel, y'all. Bottom of a Cracker Barrel.
Yep.
Let's talk about it. Before we get into that, though, your Black Pedro pop in for today. A bit of an update here.
A sad one.
The NFAC is FUCK'd. We'll talk about it. But before we get into that, oh man, I actually I'm looking forward to this one because you and I have not discussed it at all, Shang. But can't wait to hear your opinion. Ain't that precious? Monique versus DL Hughley. Let's talk about it, y'all.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Talk about it, baby.
I'm here for this one. But before we get into that, we are going to start off heavy. You know, we are Savage AF. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. We tackle tough issues as well as silly shit with equal ferocity. Oh, sorry. Let me actually do it like this. We've been off a few days, and so I forgot the protocol. But we will start off today's show. Haven't been here in a while with one of our favorites, a little ditty, something like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure that
I ain't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how fucking goofy I look.
It's good, man.
Oh,
it was
God.
organic. All right, man. So your motherfucker say what today is truly just that. In the midst of us, like today, it was literal breaking news. You know, CNN every time they come back on TV from breaking news, the same shit we just said 10 minutes ago. It's not great, but today they actually had some breaking news. So in the midst of reporting on how poorly the Uvalde, Texas shooting, in which is it 19 kids were killed?
It was 19 kids were killed,
and 2 teachers,
two adults. But
and in the midst of reporting on how that's been botched, and we're going to talk about that. You know, we are. But in the midst of talking about that, breaking news, there's another mass shooting going on right now, or just ended. And that's in oh shit. Sorry guys. The mass shooting is occurring right now in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sorry. It's I was like Blacktown, something, Tulsa.
What is it? Black people doing mass
so
shooting?
we don't have a man. I'm talking about it's just cracking, right? Like so they have it's at a medical center. Okay, so it's not a black church or anything like that. Other than the shooter being 35 years old, they don't have any. They haven't released any other information. It is a man, and it's 4 people dead confirmed so far, and then multiple injured. Again, at a medical center, and they believe that the shooter is dead, and they believe by a self-inflicted wound, so murder-suicide situation. May have been looking for a specific physician. So we don't have a lot of details.
We don't have all the details, but trust me, we will go over it and let you know.
But the crux of the story is, and we want to get back to Uvalde because a lot has both unfolded and not unfolded since we first talked about it when it happened. But really, the crux of this story is you can't get through one mass shooting without another mass shooting.
It just seems like it seems like it's a week apart. 2-3 days apart, and I think it's going to be more frequent, especially if we got bitch ass cops that know that bitch ass shooters are in there and they stand outside like bitches for 45 minutes and don't do nothing. But if it's a black person that he stole some Twix, and then you go in guns blazing, but you was afraid to go in, and this shit, it's like so cops, y'all can eat a dick. So off the back of Kuchadamas's mama.
I mean, this really sounds like if one motherfucker had brought a gun into Mayberry, like Andy Griffith would have been fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he didn't even carry a gun. I mean, this just seemed like a force that was led by a completely unprepared Huckleberry Hound in the name of Arredondo. Pedro Pete Arredondo is he was the head of I guess like the school police force, and apparently is the one who made the decision not to bum rush the room for far too long.
But check this out:
19 cops standing outside the class.
One parent went in and got her kids.
Mm-hmm.
One parent.
Several
said, "How about this? Y'all stand out here with your guns. I'm gonna go get my fucking son and daughter." And that shows you how bitch some of these cops are. But when it comes to us, when it comes to Pedro or myself, even though I'm high yellow, they would have dropped me just like they dropped that shooter in Texas. They would have came in gun blazing. Why is it that they couldn't go in gun blazing just like they do with anything else? You could shoot a kid over a fucking toy gun in 30 seconds, but you can't assess to go in and handle this business. And did you train for that, you fucks?
Essentially, what happened is, like RBA Gourmet says, the feds did the work for them. Like I think it was a Border Patrol task force came in, and they just decided to eventually make a move into the room. Nobody had a key to the door was just locked. The janitor gave him a key like 40-something minutes later. So yeah, I mean, this is and they're still not getting any real information about this out in a responsible way. So, you know, we're still not really quite sure exactly what happened, how it happened, who was giving orders, how decisions were made based on what. And this man, you want to talk about a bitch? This Arredondo, he has been hiding. They caught him in the streets today, and he gave some of the most bullshit. And he was like, they're not releasing any information right now out of respect for the grieving. And when the families are done grieving, when they're finished grieving, then they're gonna release the information. It's like, motherfucker, when are these families ever gonna be done?
They're not gonna be done grieving. I think what they should do is they should hold his leg. They should hold each one of these cops' legs open, and every family member that was touched by this gets to walk up, kick them in the nuts.
I'll rush you for it.
Yeah, like a conga chain of nut kickers. And I think that's what they should. I mean, some kind, because these cops need some kind of fucking smack on their wrist or to be fired. Your job is to go in and do that type of shit. And for you to stand outside, assess, and you weren't assessing. And some of the cops said, I didn't want to go in there because I didn't want to get shot. Well, motherfucker, don't be a cop. Sell yogurt, bitch.
Yeah, I know. And they did try and blame a teacher for propping the door open, but apparently she went back and closed that door, but it did not lock. You know, just overall, this police force has been a joke in this scenario.
Right. And we have to mock them. Put it this way, mock them as much as we can, because the cops, when they go in and shoot, like they already tried 3 times to go after Pedro. It's been 3 times now.
You're never gonna catch me, copper.
I'm just telling you what's happening, okay? Yeah. I'm just saying, it's crazy that we always got to put them on a pedestal, like they're the brave men in the blue, and these motherfuckers wasn't that brave. It wasn't no bravery. The parents were brave. Like I saw in the comments, the one chick got out of handcuffs. First off, the bitch is Houdini. I don't know how she got out of handcuffs and went in and said, and got her kids. And Maya Baker saying, uh-oh, here we go. I like it. We all know that if it were white children, they would have gone in early. People of color children don't matter. Damn, Maya coming in hot.
I mean, to be real about it though, and it's easy for us to draw those conclusions, and I can't argue against that, Maya, given the America that she has always been. But
it's America.
But the reality is, the police chief here, or the school board police chief or whatever, his name is Pedro Pete. They call him. He goes by Pete, which is already suspect. Don't know real Pedro. Don't know real Pedro go by no goddamn Pete. Okay, shoot yourself in the foot now. But he is Pedro Arredondo, so he is a Latino.
Well, that's what
this is an area that is extremely Latino. So I'd imagine that even many of the officers were Latino as well.
I know.
I'm not confirming, but like I said,
but the reason I say it doesn't matter if they were white officers, Latino officers, if they were black officers. They all put on their bitch lotion that day and wore their bitch clothes underneath their cop uniform because they acted like bitches. You're supposed to come save people, but when it comes time to shoot somebody that's innocent, that's unarmed, for some reason, guns are blazing. But when it comes to the actual shooters that are actually doing damage, you treat them nice and you treat them with kid gloves. Just like the guy in Buffalo who they basically walked out and one of them smacked him on the butt like, good job.
10-4.
Yeah.
This adverb says, if this was an abortion clinic, they would have been all out with SWAT ready to go. Here's the thing, Miss Adverb. Trick. That's a trick question, trick scenario. It's Texas, so there are no abortion clinics.
Exactly.
If this was an abortion clinic, it wouldn't be in Texas.
But you got to look at it this way. You look at the Republicans with their bitch ass. And by the way, if you're a Republican and you listen to this, I don't know if you can see me and I can see you on the YouTube. You's a bitch, and you came from a long lineage of bitches because you're always the one saying we want to protect the kids. We want to protect the kids. But in this situation, you're not protecting the kids. You're not protecting the kids because you think these kind of guns should be on the fucking streets at all times. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be a gun owner because Pedro's a gun owner. I've shot his guns. I would have my own guns if it wasn't for, some other things that happened when I was younger. But
some red flags came up.
Some red flags came up. A few.
Of course, the laws kick in when it's time for Shane to get
a gun. Exactly. I go up to Redstone and the niggas outside with a red flag like this. Shane. So, but the bottom line is, you motherfuckers know I'm telling the absolute truth. Absolutely. The bottom line is the gun lobbyists and the NRA are happy about it. In fact, Trump was at the NRA thing. This is right after the mass shooting, and he's up there doing a dance. He's doing a little jig, and then we'll shoot all the niggas. I mean, we got the Latinos. Now we're getting the niggas, and anybody white that doesn't agree with me, we shoot them too.
Shoot them dead.
Yeah. So I mean, it's also a bigger picture where people are saying the Democrats are playing politics and all that other shit. Fuck that. We talk about people not getting killed. I like the fact that Beto went hard in the paint, was like, fuck these dudes. Beto was down in Texas and went at Abbott and said, fuck these dudes. Fuck that. We don't need guns of mass war. That they're war guns. Speaking
of wheelchair Willie himself, Greg, long roll off a short ramp.
Abbott.
The only thing that this police force in Uvalde, Texas has done well is make him look stupid when they told him how brave they were. And then he was like, they acted bravely and moved quickly. And then we find out all that was a lie. So at least they made him look stupid for a moment. But other than that, yeah, this has been a completely fucked scenario. And then we just keep seeing them unfold because Uvalde was a week after Buffalo, which we're not really even talking about anymore, because now we're on to, as AJ Fit points out, what's up, good brother, this other one that's unfolding in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Which as soon as I heard Tulsa, of course I'm thinking they back for the neighborhood they already took. Like, no,
didn't y'all already bomb some shit?
Like, God damn.
Let me tell you something about these cucks. The bottom line is, a lot of times what happens with the situation with the news, because I think the news is fucked up from this standpoint, is one, you can't big up the killers. Don't give them as much shine, because what it does is people are so bought into fame, they assume, or infamy. They watch these other shooters and go, well, fuck, I've been wanting to fuck up this Starbucks for about a year. I've been wanting to shoot this bitch up.
Man, so they asked the dude who killed John Lennon, why'd you kill John Lennon? And he said, because I wanted to be known as the dude who killed John Lennon. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, but
that's fucked up, dog.
But that's what it is.
But that mentality has been carried on probably since John Wilkes Booth was like, they gonna know my name.
Like Nicole H wants to be the woman that punched me in the balls. And
why'd you do that? I want to be known as the woman that punched Shane, the first woman to punch Shane in the balls.
And I'm like, get in line. Get in line. Get in line, you whores.
You're just cut in front of all of these ladies.
What are you trying to impress me? I got my balls punched 20 years ago. You're not. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go. I'm just telling you what the situation is with this. It's going to be a political thing. Even this situation that's popping off right now, it always goes back to the gun lobbyists and how the fact that America got more guns than people got corpuscles. Think about that. We are.
Get out your medical dictionaries, guys.
I said corpuscles. Yeah, here on Savage F, we try to drop a little knowledge.
This nigga's out there like, I ain't got no corpuscles, girl. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm clean.
I don't know, man. All I know is my corpuscle got repossessed. I ain't paid the bank.
My corpuscles right now.
Right. AJ Fick got a lot of corpuscles.
This is gonna work your corpuscles.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you right now, watch them turn into something political. The bottom line is we need to get these kind of guns off the thing, and we need more help for mental. We absolutely need more mental health and fucking, I don't know. this is the thing that fucks me up. And I don't anybody in the feed, you can tell me if I'm wrong. What's wrong with now? These motherfuckers making me wait 3 months, and I'm pretty stable. Okay, yeah, well, that's questionable. But the point is, why would you give a motherfucker that you know? And this is actual record. Anybody that has domestic dispute abuse that got a gun, every single one of them ended up shooting up some shit. Think about that.
Man, listen, nobody, just kidding Uvalde, like nobody. Oh, no. What? It was the Buffalo kid. Sorry. The Buffalo shooter. Nobody needs an AR-15 today. You understand? Like, nigga, if you need an AR-15 and 300 rounds of bullets today, somebody should come. I'm gonna call my manager.
Yeah.
Like we have to do that. We have to do that at the restaurant, dog. Like motherfuckers come in all the time. They be like, all right, we want to get let me what you guys want to drink? You want one? You want let me get 7. And then I have to be like, all right, and then I go get my manager like, I don't think we can serve this motherfucker. And so if I have to regulate bourbon, we have to regulate bullets.
18 years old, you can't buy a drink. You can't unless you get somebody going to 7-Eleven for you, which I've done, which is fucked up, but it's true. You can't buy a drink, and you got to be 21 to get in some clubs. You should be at least 21 to 25 to be able to purchase one of those. They should do a background check. Right. They should have a background check. Should have a mental check. They should check people in your neighborhood and say, is this motherfucker, do we think this motherfucker should have a gun? And then they'll say, of course Shang shouldn't have a gun. And then I'll be like, hey, fuck y'all. I'm going to get a gun. Y'all going to see Shang has got a gun. You're going to see.
Miss Adverb said the dog Shang stabs ghost entered the chat.
All right, I didn't stab him.
You know that's going to come back. They questioning your stability, bro. Shang,
I didn't stab him. I jammed him in the heart with a staff. It's different.
You hit that nigga with Crane's wing. All right,
and I think it was his concussion that killed him. It wasn't that.
It was the bleeding afterwards. No.
Yeah. So,
all right,
Miss Adverb. Fuck dogs.
Miss Adverb said we need abortions more than AR-15s, or we just need to figure out some way. If you could figure out who the mass shooters are when they're a fetus, abortion should be, exclusive to them, mandatory.
Right. Or I'm working on this machine where we can go back through time and get them beforehand. Or I saw this movie with Tom Cruise where they know you're gonna kill somebody ahead. I forget the name. Minority Report.
Minority Report.
Right.
I like that movie.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this kid actually a year before that already said he was going to kill some people. He already said some kind of crazy shit. But because of the gun laws, they're so fucking loose with certain cities and certain states, they let this motherfucker on his 18th birthday go out and get that. I'm like, and why would you need that many bullets? What? Did you lose
today? The other point is today.
Like, did you lose were you playing video games online with Noriega? And the motherfucker said, yeah, I'll fine you for beating me at Madden.
Did you double cross Sosa in the deal? You didn't, and now you know they coming for you.
I told you little monkey, not to fuck me, Tony.
A long time ago, you little monkey, not
Tony.
To fuck me.
Hey, you want to go to war?
Tear up the desk. Yeah. All right, Maya Baker says teachers aren't paid enough to teach and play sheriff. Beyond the pay, Maya Baker, I have some teachers that shouldn't be. Some of them are old. Some of them got them thick ass glasses. Some of them were just nervous by niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to all black ass high school. We had a couple of white teachers. They were just nervous because of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Imagine an active shooter situation and Miss Clooney is like,
Now you got to think about this. But you behind Miss Clooney or Miss McGillicuddy, you drop your book, she turn around and bust on you.
Let one hardback book hit the ground too hard. She's like, die, maggots, die.
And then she tried to tell cops there was a lot of niggers that were coming at me. I think they want to rape me. Ain't nobody want to rape your old fucking Jurassic Park pussy.
I mean, we already have society full of warrior cops who are trained that we are these aggressive gorilla monkeys here to
Not really.
eat their throats.
Except for if you're in Texas, they can sit back and wait 45 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. But do we really need a wave, a force of warrior teachers? Look, now let it all come out, right? Pamela Knox, she said a lot of them drunks. Man, we had one teacher. We knew her coffee mug has something in it besides coffee, nigga. It was not just coffee in that motherfucker. We knew that. Pam Knox says a lot of them do coke. Well, welcome to the PTA meeting, Pam. Okay.
Hey, I just want to tell you something. I want to let you know your son was really good in school, but I mean, he's a little bit bad. I wasn't that bad. I mean, he's a good person, but I'm just telling you something. Bottom line is, hey, wait a minute, are you going to eat that bagel? Because I'm going to eat the bagel. I like to eat that bagel.
You're like,
yeah,
let's talk about the baked sale. The baked sale, baby. Oh, it's going to be off the hook.
Oh, man. Let me tell you something. And any teacher go, let me tell you when history started. You get, hey man, stop rubbing the coke off your nose. But the bottom line
when
is,
the gym teacher is running laps around the kids and shit.
Whoa, you guys
keep up, you little motherfuckers. That's right.
But I still think the fact that they're asking teachers, and I actually had a bit about that before, about asking principals, teachers, and students that they feel are responsible to have guns in the school. You think bullying is going on now? What the fuck do you think is going to happen with guns in the school? I just think it's a dumb fucking thought process. And these mass shootings that are going on, especially the consistency with these mass shootings is AR-15s. It's just a fact. The one in Miami, AR-15. Milwaukee, AR-15. Buffalo, AR-15. Vegas, AR-15. Uvalde, AR-15. This gun, and this is how dumb people are. One senator said, well, it's just people are prejudiced because the way it looks, because it's black and it looks tactical.
First of all, they don't have to be black. You can paint them any color.
Yeah, so first off,
you can get a desert style. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
But this is what he said. This is how fucked up the right wing is pertaining to the NRA. And this is how far the NRA is up their ass. Put it this way. If you see them open their mouth, you can see the logo from the NRA in the back of their throat. And so, I mean, hopefully it'll slow down. Mass shootings will slow down.
And you know, I've showed you guys Leviathan. You know, you gotta understand in California.
Yeah, I shot that bitch. It ain't no joke.
I have an AR-15, right? But I live in a state that happens to have, if not the most, but some of the most strict gun laws in the nation, right? So we in California at this point, unless you got grandfathered in from back in the day or have some sort of special, you know, military or law enforcement exemption, you can't purchase legally a fully automatic assault rifle, right? Like mine is, you know, it's semi-automatic, like one pull, one shot, and it automatically cycles the next round through. That's semi-automatic by definition. Well, but the idea that you could pull this trigger and dump 100 bullets in like 10 seconds or some shit, you know what I mean? It's like, well, nobody stands a chance against that, right? Like this jungle warfare shit.
Yeah, but you gotta think of AR, the automatic AR, the bullets are a centimeter apart.
A fully automatic, yeah.
A fully automatic.
Yeah, no, so that's what I'm saying. And I could probably, I don't know how but I could probably modify my gun to do that. But like it's not legal here, and I think that's part of the key to the game, right? Like I can still have one here, but I even with that, I couldn't go in there and do that kind of damage in that amount of time. Like, but even if you could, it's like, yeah, just this idea that we need more guns to solve this problem, as opposed to it's obvious that there are some people in this country that have no right to own a gun at all.
First off, man.
So the idea that you don't want to focus on keeping the guns out of their hands is just
Pedro. You don't got to get personal. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Hey,
We just need to wait, Shane. We just need to wait.
Okay.
It's like adopting a baby.
You
Like,
can
let's see. You're a little too eager for this baby. Hold on.
Yeah, but I'm saying the bottom line is, and the reason that Pedro doesn't get heckled a lot is because he does have those. It's like, oh, so you're going to interrupt my show, huh?
Say it again.
I'll tell you what. I'll be right back.
Man.
Yeah, so no,
I'm right
hoping,
there.
If anything, we need more cops to step up and do what the fuck they supposed to do. You fucking cops, you cucks. I can't. They get on my nerves.
Now, okay. Before we bounce to the next topic, I do want to address this. Maya Baker.
Yeah, we got to go. Yeah.
Always asking great questions though. She says, "Why do citizens need an AR unless you plan to do mass shooting?" Well, to be honest, I think black people need them. Sane black people, because crackers, right? Like, so,
Right.
I mean, I honestly think there is a purpose for them, for citizens like us, Maya, to have them. But obviously, it's for me. All of my weapons are for absolute defense. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say absolutely. That. I would never leave this house and be like,
stop it.
We'd have to be in a whole.
Save that
scenario.
for the tourist, okay? Pedro, I want everybody to know if you see him on here.
You're not gonna get my license revoked.
Pedro,
my weapons are strictly for defense.
Okay.
Home defense,
and the
protection of my
family. To make sure
that
my family is safe and I'm safe. No other reason. But I'm gonna tell you right now, mine is for like to get through.
Shank, you're not gonna get the license, nigga.
To get through the McDonald's line faster. All you motherfuckers, move back, bitches. AR in your grill. No, okay, maybe I won't get it as fast, but I'm gonna get it. Oh, I'm gonna get. But I'm good with a handgun. See, like when I went to the range with him. Yeah, handgun. I'm efficient as a motherfucker. It's just the shotgun shit threw me off a little bit. I was like, oh, that hurts your shoulder. Ow.
You know, but in all seriousness, like, right, like I until 2 years ago had no real plans to ever own a weapon. But when I look at the way America is going now, with respect to my skin color and a few other issues, I'm like, we're getting to a dangerous place. Nazis originally studied German Nazis originally studied America to figure out how to be the best Nazis they could be, and we never got rid of the Nazis here, or the the pre-Nazis, the ones that the Nazis studied. So, mine is some JIC shit just in case. But I do think, Maya, to your point, that there are some reasons for citizens such as ourselves to own weapons of war like that, but to also be A, fucking sane, B, fucking trained,
C,
and then C, sane.
Well, see, yours are different than mine. Mine is A, sane, B, sane, C, sane, C. A D would be C. A D would be CA.
CA, all of the above.
Right.
So we live in this country. It's weird, but at this point, there are too many crazy motherfuckers with guns.
Well, AJ,
like I said, for
look, being black, period. I always keep one handy.
White people didn't just start killing us. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. But like before we move on to the next topic, I just wanted to make sure y'all know that the mass shootings, they consistently, and y'all can say whatever you like. Oh, here goes Shank with that shit again, and I don't give a fuck. It's consistently been white males. It hasn't been white women. It has been black women. It hasn't been black men. It has consistently been white males, disgruntled, either younger white males or older white males that ain't never got no pussy when they was in high school, and they mad about it or some other shit. And it's like, got all the privilege in the world. Like, oh, my Mercedes got scratched. I gotta kill everybody. Shut up, you bitches. And that's what kills me when they try to call other people snowflakes. They the biggest snowflakes of all. Out of all the people, because that motherfucker that did that shit. Let me show you a picture of that bitch again. That motherfucker did that shit. He did it because
the Buffalo shooter.
Buffalo shooter. I'm sorry, the Buffalo shooter that killed 10 some elderly people in Buffalo.
All black, because they were black.
Because they were black. the bottom line is he felt that they were the replacement theory.
The great replacement theory
was in place and was going to take his place instead of just working hard and excelling because they excelled.
You know, and the more white people act like this over the great replacement theory, the greater replacing your ass sounds. Okay.
Right.
But all of this has to do with mental health. And speaking of mental health.
Ah, nice.
moving on to our next topic.
Hey, yo, good. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of mental health.
Yeah, she might have gone on over to the loony side.
Baby.
Ain't that precious?
Yeah, bitch, do a joke.
I mean,
no,
Monique.
I don't know.
Listen, Monique has killed it in her career, man. She really has. Like, she is
an Oscar winner,
a queen of comedy. She is an Oscar winner. Sitcom. She had her own sitcom. She is a beast of a headliner. She is a funny.
But yeah, you think she's funny?
I've seen her kill. I've seen her destroy.
No, she's a killer. I mean, but lately, all I've seen her do, the last 2 sets that I've seen, is just ranting and raving about people that did her wrong.
So now she's angry. Right? Yeah,
now she's angry, and she's going at. She went after Oprah, and I understand that her and Oprah had beef. She went after Steve Harvey. They had
Daniels.
Lee Daniels.
I think who else? I think she had beef with Martin Luther King posthumously.
Martin Luther King, yes. And by the way,
I just tried some shit with Malcolm, but Betty wasn't having it.
I just saw her do a set. She's like, "Fuck that nigga Thanos."
Yeah, no, she has been on one lately. So just to build up Netflix, little company called Netflix, which she thought she deserved a certain amount of money. They questioned her relevancy, and they go based off of social media numbers. So she was in this whole space, and Charlemagne the God got caught up in that, so she went after him, there was beef there. Well, but now, okay, so this hits close to home, literally for me. But Detroit, Michigan, Fox Theater, infamous, famous, notorious theater, world class. I have performed there, but as a nerd in my high school's orchestra.
I performed there. Yeah,
as a cool guy on stage.
I didn't close. I've never closed the Fox. I went up right before. Guess who I went up before last time I worked the Fox? D.L. Hughley.
There you go.
And because Teddy Carpenter and it was Teddy Carpenter was on the show and Michael Collier, and they were beefing about who's going to go next. I said, both you niggas can go. I don't give a fuck. Give me the bag. And I went up. And then DL went up. I thought I had the best set because they were fucking with me. I earned $200 because some pimp dudes that were dressed like pastel colors gave me fucking $100 bill. Like, man, nigga, you funny while I'm on stage. And I thought I was killing it. I'm the best comic ever. I was like all full of myself. DL came up and made me a distant memory.
Yeah, it's all good, bro.
It was not.
That's what he do. I opened for DL, so I know he's a beast.
He kills,
and he's a powerful businessman as well. And this is many, many moons ago that I saw him. But all right, so Detroit, Michigan, Fox Theater. You should watch if you don't follow DL. I do. He kills it on Insta. But the way he describes it is, Monique was set to go on at a certain time. She arrived like 2 minutes before she was supposed to be on stage. Stalls out the show. Over this beef that she believed she was the headliner, was supposed to close the show, meaning D.L. Hughley was going to open up for her, right? Like go before her. And, the way it was billed according to D.L. and the graphics that he showed, it was, such and such night starring D.L. Hughley with Monique and blah, blah, blah. So the way that was billed.
Ida Rodriguez.
Yeah, Ida was there and another cat. Josh Adams or something like that. But anyways, so the way that's billed, you would expect that D.L. Hughley is the headliner. Bottom line is a great point that DL made is like she eventually went on stage before him and then went up there and went on this rant, called DL a bitch.
Said he was on the down low. DL stands for the down low. Talked about his wife. It's like, she's a coon because how do you suck a coward's dick? All this shit she said And the bottom line is, she could have handled like a professional. She didn't handle like a professional. If you
I don't
really
think
felt
she was
that
the
strong-
headliner, dog.
She wasn't the headliner.
I don't know. I don't think
And
she
if you
was
look
the
at the
headliner.
2 deal memos, you look at the deal memo and her contract. Her contract was actually through her company. The contract that DL had, or the deal memo, which is the fucking contract. I talked to Earthquake about that because he do shows like that. He said that is the contract. The UTA, United Talent Artists, that sent it to DL. DL was the closer. If you look at all the promotions, DL was the closer. And her running back and forth on stage saying, baby, you know, and all that other shit. It's like, my thing is, if you that motherfucker, do your set, crush, show them the reason
and
why
making
you
sure
should
he
be.
can't follow you.
So you make it, show the reason that you should be the headliner, get your bag and keep it fucking moving. Instead, you come up and talk all kind of nasty shit. And I get it. I ain't
Burning
mad
the
at-
bridge
Yeah,
with another black
but
performer.
and people saying this is what black women. I want the black women in the feed to know this shit. When I said it online and I put the shit up, and I've been commenting on DL shit, it doesn't mean I hate black women. I'm so sick of black women saying, "Well, you don't want to protect the black woman." Not when she's a fuck.
She's
girl.
the aggressor. She's the aggressor.
Yeah.
She's not. She was not under attack here.
Yeah.
Monique went on the offense here.
She went on the offense,
and DL barely spoke on it on stage, and has said a couple things since, but like he has not been aggressive. Aggressive.
He
in
showed
attacking
his shit, and he checked her, and I think he said something on his show, which I haven't watched that yet. And the bottom line is, people are saying Team DL or Team Monique. How about you both, you millionaires, get it together and keep it fucking moving. But
Well,
Monique,
no, she needs to get together. DL hasn't done shit. I'm in this instance. I'm Team DL. I'm gonna go ahead and pick a team.
then that means you hate black women. I knew it.
No.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying. First,
listen, Maya Baker. Speaking of black women, Maya Baker always got a true voice on here. Her contract was on her management company stationery. Why isn't she beefing with her management team or the promoter? Right. So. Hey, that part right there. And let's also talk about the fact that her management, her manager, she calls him daddy. It's her man. So if you want to talk about spouse shit or whatever, and DL's wife sucking a coward's dick, how about this strong black woman out here barking all this shit and hate and negativity towards any entity that isn't all about her, but is this subservient fucking you want coward to her own man? Daddy handled the and I just let daddy, and daddy told me, and daddy, I'm bitch, grow up. you 50
right,
something, you older than me. What you talking about?
If you say anything negative, this is the thing. I was on another podcast, and they were saying I'm hating women. I hate women. I hate the black woman. I don't want to see the black woman. And then what was the comic? She inboxed me and said, "You don't know what us black women go through as comics." You're right, because I have a dick. The point is, I know what's right and wrong. I don't give a fuck if Monique was a trout. The bottom line is, you're a wrong trout. You can be wrong. And that's it. And that's it. She was wrong. That was not the way to go about it. That was not the professional thing to do. You still got your ass up on stage. If you felt it was so fucked up that you weren't headlining and you felt the contract was in dispute, one, you'd have got your money. Two, don't go up. Don't go up.
And three, that's a great point DL made. He was like, if she was actually the headliner, she would not have gone on stage. But she went on stage because she would have been in breach of contract.
Okay.
She wasn't
all you people said, somebody said, well, you just dick riding on DL because you're trying to get put on. I know DL, motherfucker. I don't have to get put on by DL. So the person that said that, I told you to watch the show today. I want you to do me a favor, all right? I'm going to do this, all right? I'm going to get some bacon, and I'm going to wrap it around a bag of dicks. Then I'm going to saute it, and I'm going to send it, and I want you to take, I don't want you to eat it all at once. I want you to take slow bites of it until your bitch-ass stomach is full. You fuck cuck. I can't believe that you think the reason that I pick right or wrong is because I'm trying to get on. Suck a dick, and your whole family in succession can suck a dick. Now, wow, Phenom came in hot with a novel. I like it. I hate to see them going at it with their insults when it was the Sowers of discord, the promoters playing two against the middle. I loathe Willie Lynch letter, how to make a I don't know why I'm reading it like this.
Because it's dramatic.
Psychology and fake phony 48 laws of power. Divide and conquer. Don't know what that word is.
Devilment.
Devilment. Oh, and
foolishness.
foolishness. I'd rather they had discourse than discord. I hope she heals. I love and respect them both. Well, first off, I'm gonna say something.
In this situation, I do not respect Monique on this.
I'm in the game, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I have not seen Monique since she's been out of the game as much, because she's not in the game as much as DL. I haven't seen her do a set of set material. I've seen her rant, rave, and a lot of, oh, baby. And so, I mean, but again, I'm not at that level. I'm not at her level, but I'm sure she got a huge bag for Detroit, because I know what I got. And I was ecstatic when I went to Detroit and said, you gonna give me $1,000? Woo! And I was happy. But I think that she seems to, and DL said he went down a list of people that she's had beef with, and after a while you got to go, maybe it's you.
Yeah, that's the question.
Maybe
like, all these people, and it's not like
What's up,
had
beef.
It's not like she's had beef with Quacky Whack and Lucky Ducky. You know what I mean? Like it's like Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry. Now DL Netflix as an entire conglomerate. Yeah. Like it's like,
you know what?
All right, babe.
I don't know if y'all know, we have another list of things she's against now. Earth, air, water.
She's like, just wind.
Just but you know what? Lee Daniels said, okay, fuck it, I'll give you a job. 50 Cent is gonna put her on the power joint. Don't give it to her because she bitches. Give it to her because she's talented, because she can't act. I give her that. And Imprecious, she did play the, sad, crying, hurt.
She killed it in that role. I think all of this, it seems to have, and I don't know her. You said
I don't know her personally. Like I know DL. I know DL.
It seemed, I do too. And listen, for who he is and who he was, and this is even before he took over. This was before social media when I worked with him. But I saw him pull a power move on a major club, in a way that really taught me the power of being a star and a celebrity. But he was still cool and humble. It was a weekend where it was Irvine Improv, and every night, the improv staff was running across the little walkway to the Yard House, the bar across the street, to grab extra chairs. Like they were putting chairs in places that chairs don't belong to get as many people in there as possible. He couldn't stop selling out. So Sunday I get there and the manager's freaking out. He's like, I might need you to do more time, and I got another headliner coming in because DL sitting out in the parking lot in his limo, and he won't come in unless we pay him more money. And eventually, long story short, DL Hughley finished out that weekend that night, and made sure that his money was bumped up significantly, something from like $48,000 up to $54,000 for the weekend, because he had done more seats than they were accounting for. He's like, no, we see you adding these seats, you're gonna pay me more because I brought in more,
right? And
they weren't trying to, and he sat out there in his limo in the parking lot, right outside the door, dog, right outside the back door, smoking cigars, being cool as fuck. But he was like, he wasn't an asshole about it. He was being a solid businessman, and he knew he knew his value and he knew his worth. And it was an amazing thing to see. And he was just cordial and friendly. And I've seen him one time since. He was like, hey, brother, I remember you. And it was like very sincere. So the run-ins I've had with various celebrities on different levels, you really come to understand who these people are, just as people, not as personalities.
I've never been around Monique. I have been around DL. DL is ice chill. Even when he got into some static with Eddie Griffin when we was doing Def Jam, he still was the chill out of the two. Eddie Griffin was the wild boy, and he still. But then that silent killer shit kind of came out, and I saw it in him. But I think Monique is. You say Monique is two BBW.
She's two BBWs, big black woman and bitter black woman. Hey, but
Well,
just add another BBBW, bitter big bitter black woman. There you go.
That's actually funny. Big bitter black bitch.
Big bitter black woman.
Big bitter black bitch. Bulbous.
Ronald Ewan, he's trying to start some more beef. He said, "What's up, Ronald?" He says, "Some more deserves a Netflix special over Monique." Oh, challenge. Either way, man. Way, man. When we talk about gun ownership and all these other things, mental health is obviously
an
issue in America, and Monique is going through it. Don't give her an AR-15, please.
I think DL showed he's a little bit cooler head and handled it, and also he's at a point now in his life where he's like, "Yo, I'm on some chill millionaire shit. I don't need to fight with you."
If you see he's right, I think it's just there's something about when you're just right, right. Like when you just know you're right, and nobody can really tell you shit when you like absolutely.
What happened with her and Oprah? Did her and Oprah ever squash the beef?
I don't know.
Did her and Steve Harvey squash the beef? Because I don't think so.
I don't know.
All right. Well, Thanos is next. Let's see how she
the only
fares.
beef she squashed is tartar. Oh, that's a fine dining joke, guys. Come on.
We don't even know what tartar is. I know. I used to know this girl that was real ghetto named Tartar.
There you go.
I don't think
that.
Yeah, I don't think she was really fine diving.
Phenom Brown says Lee Daniels did just apologize to her publicly not long ago. There's footage. She may be carrying some pain with how she felt folks treated her. Why do men get to go off and vent their pains and frustrations, but women get labeled a problem? I'm very inspired by DL, and I hated that she said all that in those comments, and his lovely wife and his manhood was out of pocket. So I don't know, Phenom. I kind of disagree with you on this one because
he hates black women.
No. We're kind of just now getting to a space where we're saying, oh, it's okay to cry, man, and men should be able to express themselves. And bro, are you good, bro? That's the thing now. Like, you good? Like, check on your homies, man. Like, talk with your homies, express your feelings. Like, but traditionally, men haven't had real spaces to like express themselves. Just to address that, but with this in particular, stand-up comedy, the world of comedy, entertainment, it's male driven. So I'm just going to say, as much as I can empathize and understand that Monique, as a black woman, especially a big black woman in the entertainment industry, in the world of stand-up comedy, has probably been through hell back and back again because she left her wallet and then, oh shit, my wig. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not saying that this is a cakewalk for women out here in this business. It is not.
Well, I disagree.
I get that, but that being said, her behavior in that moment and in all of these moments with these other, they've all been very inappropriate. And other than at Netflix, they've all been at other black people. And it's much like the Chris Rock, Will Smith things. Like, I think we'd rather see these things not at all, but have them be worked out behind the scenes in more quiet, respectful discussions. And she seems to be taking it to the streets against seemingly the wrong people. And whatever she is carrying, she does need to deal with it in a more positive way and afford therapy.
Or just fuck that she's a black woman or black man or whatever. Be professional. And getting up there and doing that rant instead of doing your set, not professional. Let's just be honest about it. She wasn't professional. She did the way she went about it was fucked up. And she could have handled it a different way, and everybody knows it. She knows it in her heart. I mean, unless she's just so delusional, she doesn't. And you can say, well, all of the pain and hurt. Pedro been fucked over in this business. I've been fucked over in this business. Put your grown woman panties on.
Man, lace up your boots. Let's go.
It's the fuck out of here. You know what it is.
It's war going on outside. So that's what it is. I'm Team DL though, man. Monique versus DL. I'm Team DL. Stick to your guns, brother. And Monique, I wish you the best mental health and healing and happiness.
Well, I wish you would. I wish you would just do your fucking set.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm fucking around. But before we go on, because we didn't spend the guns and Monique shit took the whole show up.
Yeah.
So we got other topics, but I gotta go to a show. But the main thing is Monique has had so many run-ins. It makes us look at her in a different light than we do at PL. And you got to admit that. And her history has shown it. So hopefully she'll get it together. She's still going to get the bag. She's still going to do her thing. She's still an Oscar winner. She's still a great actress. The bottom line is, don't be saying that, somebody's wife is a coon because she's sucking a coward's dick and not expect to get some smoke from some other motherfuckers that don't think that was cool. So don't get mad at me because I was on Quake's house to talk about shit. And don't get mad at me like, oh, fuck that nigga Shang. You ain't do nothing in this business. You're right. But I'm still allowed to talk about when you do something. I still like to talk about when you do something wrong. If you do something wrong, I'm allowed to talk about it. I ain't exempt because I ain't as successful.
And just because you have done some things doesn't mean you can do every fucking thing or any fucking thing you want to. Stay humble. Sit down. Here we go, y'all. A little something like this.
Hey, hey, hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, hey, hey. With another popping to let you know what's popping.
You know what it is? Savage AF, y'all. It's your boy Black Pedro with another popping to let you know what's popping. This is gonna be a real quick one, man. But speaking of guns and all of that shit, man. Y'all know I was inspired by a group called the Not Fucking Around Coalition, led by a man named John Johnson, also known as, not my favorite moniker, but Grandmaster J. That's him in the middle with the low cut there. They were in Louisville in, I think, November of 2020, in protest of the Kentucky Derby. Maybe it wasn't November, but they were there to protest the Kentucky Derby, surrounding the murder of Breonna Taylor at the hands of LPD, Louisville Police Department. NFAC, their presence there was known, it was sort of given permitted. So that was all good. And, then for those who don't know, the NFAC, Not Fucking Around Coalition, that is their real name, a black paramilitant group, right? Trained, organized. They've shown up at Stone Mountain, Georgia to protest that is where the KKK is headquartered. They've shown up there to protest. And, no incidences have ever occurred. I think in one thing they had a member who passed out due to the heat and had an accidental discharge of their weapon. Nobody was hurt. But other than that, no incidences have occurred around their presence at any event, except for this protest in Louisville, in which allegedly and apparently, whatever had happened, I saw a video of it, so it did happen. He he used the scope on his rifle, Grandmaster J, that is, to see who was on the roof. Apparently police said that there were going to be police on the roof, but he pointed his AR, because the scope is on his AR, up towards the roof to see who was up there. Subsequently, was arrested for aiming his firearm at police officers. And as of Friday, was convicted by a grand jury of that. And looks like we'll be serving some time. For all the things that the Justice Department drags their fucking feet on, of course, they get it moving on this. Other than that, I just want to say that this is just like that likely story. If y'all, Shang put me onto them. Earth Gang. Gang. They got a song called American Horror Story. And I feel like Brother Johnson is caught up in this right now, where you try and be a righteous black leader. And listen, this isn't some crazy dude with a gun who's like, I want to kill white babies and watch them explode in the little,
Hey, that would be me.
Right. He is, he's actually, like, I've heard him speak to politicians and things, and like, he is a very eloquent and thoughtful speaker, and an intelligent brother, as far as I could tell. So this is, this American Horror Story of, to be educated, thoughtful, eloquent, and armed, they gonna get you, nigga. They gonna find something. Now, granted, this was a mistake. Yeah, I mean, in the most technical way, he did point his rifle towards these officers who were up on the roof of a skyscraper, but obviously his intention wasn't to be shooting at them.
Shoot at them.
And when you have these shooters out here who either do or don't get killed, or these unarmed black people who do or don't get killed, it's like, I guess at the end of the day, he's lucky to be alive for getting to point his gun at a cop. But there's just no, a person like this, and none of us are ever going to get any leeway on a thing like that. We won't be a Kyle Rittenhouse. He won't, who could have a gun illegally.
They're not going to give him water. They're not going to do it. And it's
not going to be like, we see you weren't trying to shoot us. They're going to
it's so much
punitive
bullshit.
in every way.
So much bullshit because cops, if that's the case, every time a cop gets off, where we know that they did something heinous, where they shot somebody while they're in their living room, they shot somebody in the back and all that other stuff, and they still get a pass. This motherfucker points the gun with the scope at them and gets a grand jury to convict him, but can't convict the fucking cop. All y'all eat a hobo's ass. Fuck you. I can't believe this shit. I knew that it was going down, but I was like, God damn. And this brother is so on point, and the fact that they're going about it this way, that's what they did with the Black Panthers. They systematically tried to prop up different things to take them down, and I think this is the same situation with the No Fucking Around coalition. It's the same thing. They're trying to take them down from their leaders, but you know what else? There's going to be two brothers that's going to step up for him. I really do believe that.
Well, I don't know where this group. Wait, so Ronald Ewan Humphrey is saying that Grandmaster Jay has some suspect connections. I didn't go too deep. Like I sent out a letter to the group to be like, hey man, what's up? How do a brother join? And so I never got much information outside of, and they're kind of insulated. So I don't know all of his shady, but I do know that the group in itself represents a powerful image, which is in a powerful, force, in the sense that it's an organized armed black force.
Right.
And I think when we look at something like Buffalo, conversations, the Buffalo mass shooting, that is, conversations about how we protect ourselves in our own communities need to be had, and sort of, tactics implemented, I think. I believe that white communities are allowed to protect themselves like this,
but no, we're not.
What the fuck the KKK is?
Okay,
So.
I mean, the bottom line is we know what it is. Around now, I know what you're saying. It might be suspect. I was down with the Zulu tribe at African Bambaataa, and when I found out he had suspect things, but it doesn't make the whole organization that way. But Black Lives Matter has some suspect shit going on with their finances. But it doesn't mean that the thrust of the organization is not something we need. We do need some kind of response, because if we don't, I'm telling you, there's hillbilly motherfuckers training their little 7-year-olds in the woods right now with fucking ARs and fucking throwing grenades and shit, and like, hey, you're going there. Yeah, axe throwing and shit. Yeah. It's like, hey, you know what? I got this knife. I stabbed my father with this knife. Now it's yours, son. I mean, they really are that fucking crazy. So we do need to, we're not the ones that are doing the heinous shit to them as much as they're doing to us. You don't hear all of the, so I do think we need to be armed, and I am down with the No Fucking Around coalition, and I hope that they do, even though he has suspect ties or whatever said, I hope the rest of them are righteous enough to have our backs, because we do need it, because it's getting fucking bananas.
Yeah.
It is.
We need an organization like
exactly. It's zonker bonkers
several
out there. So Savage AF, I want to let y'all know, make sure you check us out on all the platforms, especially 2 platforms, YouTube and Facebook. Or Facebook, let them know what the Facebook is.
Savage A.F. 2 dots. All right. Savage A.F.
Yes. Make sure you check us out on there. Make sure you tell your friends about it. That's the thing. Also, check us out on the YouTube edge, because on the YouTube edge, you can let people know we're there, but you got to click that motherfucking bell. There you go. All right. I'm going to tell you, my SHANGRY today is, it's just basically, I'm going to show you a video to show These crackers have gone to the bottom of the cracker barrel. Out of the cracker barrel of all cracker barrels, they at the bottom. Hey, I want to tell y'all something. First off, shout out to everybody that watches the show. We appreciate you. And if you happen to be a Caucasian or a Caucasoid from the Caucasoid Mountains, I apologize what I'm about to say, but y'all motherfuckers try to act like you're so superior, but you are so inferior in so many ways when it comes to reality pertaining to gun laws, pertaining to voters' rights. You're so full of shit, and you won't admit you're so full of shit. Again, these guns should not be in the hands of an 18-year-old when you're not even old enough to buy a fucking drink. Period. The end. These guns are the main reasons for murder when it comes to mass shootings. Period. AR-15s. Period. It's a fact. All right, where they make them automatic and they go in there and slaughter people. And I'm gonna show you a video. And Pedro, this video it pretty much shows you what these motherfuckers think like.
More people and more crime is committed and more people are killed with hammers every year than guns. Look at the facts.
I will look that up. I don't think that's true, actually.
That is true.
In the United States, though?
Yes, sir. That is true. Look it up. It's on. You can Google it. It's true. It's actually true.
So the number of murder victims and the weapons used. Okay, number one, handguns, 8,029. Number two, firearms, type not stated, 4,863. Number three, knives or cutting instruments, personal weapons, fists, feet. Then rifles at 455. Then blunt objects, clubs, hammers, 393. The 300, the hammers, that stat is just wrong.
Back to your question. Second Amendment is still my right, and it's still important to me.
Just not even gonna address the fact that you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about.
And I was like, somebody need to hit him with a hammer.
You can Google it, and then you do, and he's like,
right, yeah.
Well, why are you bringing up bullshit?
They deny reality, they deny facts, and that's what we're dealing with. When you talk to the gun lobbyists and the fucking NRA, look at that video and tell me these motherfuckers, they don't give a fuck about reality. Well, Trump fucked the baby in the ass. We got videotape of it. No, he didn't. We didn't see it, but we just watched it. The baby screaming. No, he didn't. This is that type of mentality where they fucking just are blind to the facts. It's like Public Enemy. You blind to the facts, baby. That's what's going on. And that's what it is. So what they're showing you, that video shows you we got a long way to go to fucking win in this war when it comes to gun laws. We got a long fucking war when it comes to winning our voters' rights because they're going to deny it. And we got a long fucking way to drag these little corn-cut, cracker barrel monkey fucks back to reality. Because if that don't show you that they're oblivious to facts, nothing else will. All right. We done.
Facts are for communists. Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings. Facts do matter, no matter who they're for. We'll be back here tomorrow. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, man. Yeah, that part. Feels good to be back. Felt good to get the muscles.
Yeah, but we were out doing shows. And by the way, if you get a chance, you happen to be in the Long Beach area before we get up out of here this weekend, it is the Multiverse of Laughter. Yes. I'll be June 3rd at 10 p.m. at Long Beach Laugh Factory, and also in Hollywood Friday, June 3rd. I'll be at 8 o'clock at the Comedy Store in Hollywood. So if you get a chance, check me out at either venue, Long Beach or there, and I hope to see you guys at the live shows. All right?
Yeah, that's what it is, y'all.
All right.
Savage AF. Deuces.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all wipe your ass and be careful.
Keep your finger out your nose.